I've never felt like this in my whole life, ever, ever, ever.
For Susan Bock not long ago, simply strolling through a sculpture garden like this was definitely no walk in the park.
I couldn't walk 200 feet away from my vehicle for fear that I couldn't get back to my vehicle.
Virtually her entire life, Susan has struggled with her weight.
I was a fat little girl and I was made fun of a lot.
As a kindergartner, Susan recalls that all of the Valentines other children gave her featured pictures of elephants, hippos, and pigs.
I would go home crying a lot. I wasn't sure that there was a place for me in this world.
At age 49, she was in no better shape.
I fell in my bedroom, and it took me over an hour to figure out how to get up from the floor. I had this horrible fear of something like that happening while I was in public.
Suffering from high blood pressure, joint pain, sciatica, and depression, Susan finally began turning her life around last year at Anytime Fitness.
Beautiful. Keep it up.
With the help of personal trainer Laura Crosby,
there you go.
Susan lost more than 75 pounds in a few short months.
Yeah, my energy levels increased 1,000-fold.
To celebrate Susan's success, club owner Kitty Williams asked Susan if she could feature her in a newspaper ad.
She lit up and she said, yes, I would really like that.
I was very proud.
I don't want to be cruel here, but...
Pride turned into horror, however, when Jay Leno mocked Susan's accomplishments on national TV.
It's Susan, it's a before and after picture. I think Susan just changed her shirt, okay? All Susan did, good.
When I saw it, I could have cried.
I worked the night that the show aired, apparently, and knew nothing about it.
I was afraid this was going to do irreparable damage for her.
All she did was change her shirt. What's different?
Right away, my first thought was, get a hold of Susan, make sure she's going to be okay. Don't let this stop her from becoming a healthy person.
I was devastated.
I immediately got on the Tonight Show website, got the email address, and I composed an email. I said, Mr. Leno needs to man up and send her an apology. And he called her right away.
And when he tried to tell me that he wasn't making fun of me, he was making fun of the ad.
Susan took the high road and accepted Leno's apology.
And he said, when you reach your goal, he said, you let me know, and I'll bring you to my show.
Abdominal breathing. Good. Excellent.
Since that day, Susan has lost another 75 pounds. But she says she's doing all of this for herself, not to prove anything to Jay Leno or anyone else.
It's an emotional high, too. I can come here having a bad day and leave here like it's the best day I've had all year.
Regular exercise has helped Susan lower her blood pressure, get rid of her joint pain, improve her mood, and on this day,
there you go. Good, good.
For the very first time since she was in grade school,
come on, 8,
run.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Okay. It's a really big deal, and her legs told her one day that she wanted to do it, so.
It may not be pretty or, to me it's like, finally.
No longer afraid of falling, Susan now enjoys hiking in the mountains of Colorado.
Exercise has probably been the most effective medicine I've ever come across.
Back at the park, Susan says this is the best time of her life.
I'm not on the downhill side. I've got years and years ahead of me and the ability to enjoy it for the first time.
And who knows, maybe someday, for the right reasons, she'll be back on national TV.
I'm not a quitter.